The year doesn't matter, because this story shouldn't exist. A modern guided missile destroyer, bristling with sensors and enough firepower to flatten a coastline, should never cross paths with a pirate fleet from the early 1600s. But today, it will. On one side, men with cutlasses and matchlock muskets, ships of oak and tar held together by desperate hope. Their tactics are simple: close the distance, overwhelm with bodies, and take everything. On the other side, a warship that can track a seagull from 200 kilometers away, a ship whose cannons spit 4,500 rounds a minute, a ship carrying a single missile worth more than the entire pirate fleet combined, a ship that was never designed to face wooden hulls because such a battle would be absurdly one-sided. Or would it? Imagine a freak storm, a tear in space-time, rips an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer from the present day and drops it into the year 1610. As the 300-person crew regains control, a chilling realization dawns. They've drifted into the hunting grounds of the most dangerous pirates in the Caribbean, men who would board anything and burn everything. But the pirates don't see a destroyer. They don't understand radar masts or vertical launch missile cells. What they see is this strange metal giant drifting silently. No sails, no oars, no crew visible on deck. To them, it's a demon ship, a treasure ship, something worth capturing. And within minutes, the word spreads across the waves. Longboats are launched, signal flags wave on distant masts, and soon, dozens of pirate vessels are converging, eager for plunder. The destroyer's crew, stunned and scrambling, suddenly faces the most surreal naval encounter in history. But here's the twist. Fuel is limited. Ammunition is precious. Communication with command is gone. This isn't a massacre. It's a survival story. Late afternoon, calm seas. The destroyer drifts at 5 knots, conserving fuel. On the horizon, 3 pirate vessels, a Spanish galleon, a Dutch flute, and a nimble English sloop, all armed, all closing fast. The destroyer's radar paints them easily, but the crew doesn't need it. They can see the sails billowing like storm clouds. The captain orders the 5-inch gun online, but not to fire. Not yet. Through loudspeakers, they broadcast warnings in Spanish, English, and Dutch. The pirates either don't understand or don't care. They form a crescent, a classic boarding formation. 2 flank, 1 charges directly. The captain has no choice. Boom! The 5-inch naval gun fires a warning shot. The explosion is like thunder. A column of water erupts from the sea. The pirates scream. The ships halt. For the first time, they feel fear. But fear doesn't stop hunger. Within minutes, they regroup. The destroyer has declared itself a threat. Now, the pirates prepare for war. Captains return with reinforcements. 5 ships, then 8, then 12.
Most are small, but 2 are heavy galleons armed with dozens of cannons. They spread out, flanking. They fire their first volley. Iron cannonballs soar and splash harmlessly into the sea dozens of meters short. Another volley. A few bounce off the destroyer's steel hull with dull, pathetic clangs. No damage. The crew doesn't fire missiles. That would be pointless, unsustainable. Instead, they respond with machine gun bursts, warning shots that shred pirate sails without sinking the ships. This terrifies the attackers, but it also enrages them. A massive Spanish galleon attempts a desperate tactic. It charges straight at the destroyer, hoping to grapple and board. The captain orders the 5-inch gun to disable it. A single shell hits the bow. The galleon splits open like a cracked egg. Wood splinters, masts collapse. Pirates leap into the sea, abandoning ship. But this act, necessary for survival, ignites the fury of every pirate captain in the region. What was curiosity is now vengeance. Within hours, the destroyer faces its greatest challenge, a swarm of over 20 pirate vessels. Some coordinate, some fight each other for the right to attack, but they all drift closer. The destroyer cannot sink them all. The 5-inch gun carries a few hundred shells. It is not infinite. So the crew uses deterrence. The failing CIWS spins up. Its electric whine echoes across the water. To the pirates, it sounds like a demon awakening. When a ship gets too close, the phalanx fires a short burst, not at the ship, but at the water in front of it. The resulting spray and noise sends longboats flipping. But the swarm keeps coming. They're relentless. A volley of musket fire rattles against the steel hull. It does nothing, but the message is clear. Boarding attempts are coming. The destroyer switches tactics. High-pressure water cannons blast approaching boats. The 5-inch gun fires airburst rounds to scatter formations. Heavy machine guns systematically target masts, leaving ships dead in the water. The pirates adapt too. They use smoke. They attack at night. They lash ships together into floating fortresses. But modern night vision, radar, and thermal imaging give the destroyer absolute dominance. Every attempt is spotted long before it arrives. For now. The destroyer survives, but the pirate fleet isn't defeated. It's gathering strength. And the crew knows. They cannot fight forever. Midnight. Moonless sky. The sea is unnaturally still. The pirates launch their largest assault yet. Nearly 30 ships. Many burn pitch torches. Some are towing fire ships, old vessels packed with tar and gunpowder, ready to ignite on impact. This is dangerous. Wooden hulls are harmless to steel.
Fire is not. The destroyer detects the formation instantly, but the sheer number of targets is overwhelming. The fire ships are the greatest threat. The 5-inch gun opens fire. Boom! One fire ship is vaporized. Boom! Another disintegrates, but more advance. Machine guns blaze. CIWS bursts carve through the dark. Tracer rounds light the sea like lightning. One fire ship gets dangerously close. So close that sparks leap across the water. The captain orders flank speed, burning more precious fuel than they can afford. The destroyer accelerates, pushing past the flaming wreck just in time. The ship survives, but barely. The blast wave rocks the deck. Crew members are thrown, sensors glitch, an antenna array cracks. The destroyer wins the night, but takes its first real damage. Dawn breaks over a horizon blanketed in smoke. The pirate fleet is shattered. Survivors retreat to nearby coves stunned, but they are not defeated. Because news is spreading. Across islands, across nations, a metal warship that breathes fire, a ghost ship that cannot be sunk, a prize so valuable entire kingdoms would kill for it. The destroyer's captain knows what comes next. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of a 17th century arms race. European powers, Spain, England, the Netherlands, will all want this ship. And the destroyer, despite its power, is running out of fuel, ammunition, spare parts, time. They're a titan gasping for breath, limping through Caribbean waters, one engine offline. They could hide. They could attempt diplomacy, or they could scuttle the ship to prevent its technology from rewriting history. Because if Spain captures it, the age of sail transforms overnight. If England gets it, the British Empire rises 200 years earlier. If pirates somehow seize it, the Caribbean becomes an unstoppable pirate kingdom. But maybe the most interesting outcome? The crew integrates. Their knowledge of medicine, engineering, navigation, it reshapes the world more than their weapons ever could. Imagine 17th century shipbuilders learning about hydrodynamics. Imagine physicians exposed to germ theory. Imagine kings hearing about satellites, engines, democracy. The existence of the destroyer is a cultural superweapon. The most powerful thing it brings to the 1600s isn't its firepower. It's information. Information that could accelerate human progress or destroy it. So now what happens next? Does the crew scuttle the ship and vanish into the world? Do they attempt to build a new society? Or do the pirates finally unite and overpower a weakened, stranded titan? Tell us how you think history should break.